Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton. It's time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television. And we do a few reality shows on the side. And one of those daytime TV shows that we do is The Young and the Restless. Now, here's the thing about The Young and the Restless. I don't really have anything else to talk about besides that, so I'm just delving right into The Young and the Restless. So here's the thing about The Young and the Restless. They are doing a very good job lately of having those I never saw that coming moments, right? They really are. But the storyline with Chelsea and the way that she left town, I don't know. I'm not real sold on it. It feels to me like it was rushed, you know? And the thing is, I personally, I don't know the circumstances around her departure from the show. I have no idea. But it feels like they threw that story once she decided she's not coming back to the show. They threw that story together. Now, my thing is, and the only reason I say this is because Mal Young is both executive producer and head writer. As the executive producer, you would think he would know when someone's contract is coming up, and he would have a backup plan in case they don't want to re-sign. Although, FYI, so I didn't watch the Oscars on Sunday, I know. And apparently, but there was this one meme, well, it's not a meme, it was like a GIF or a Vine of Jennifer Garner and this guy tweeted, I wonder what realization she came to, because it showed her, she was clapping, she was like, right? And I'm thinking, because she looked so much like Melissa Claire Egan, who plays Chelsea. She looked a lot like her, and she was thinking, oh my God, I could totally play a recast Chelsea on Young and the Restless. First of all, though, let's talk about that. How fierce would that be if that were true? If they got Jennifer Garner to come play Chelsea on Young and the Restless, that would be fucking amazing. That would be amazing. I mean, if you think about it, they had Daisy Duke come play her mom, you know? Sorry, my back is all itchy. I think it's because I need to put lotion on my back. But it's difficult to put lotion on your back. Ugh, sorry. As I scratch, sorry. But what my grandma used to do is she would go to the doorway to the kitchen, and she would scratch her back on the doorway like that. I'd be like, oh my God, it's like watching a grizzly bear, the way that they do the exact same thing. It's so funny. Although one morning, she got really upset at me because I said, wow, you look just like Nick Nolte's mugshot. Because she was rocking the bedhead, and she was like, you're not funny. Which, of course, made me laugh hilarious. She knows I didn't, mean anything awful by it. It was so funny. I miss my grandma. She was the one that watched soaps, right? She's the, that's the great thing about soap operas is that they're intergenerational. It can start off as one generation, and then they introduce it to the next generation, and then the next one. Now, in my case, it was a little bit different because it started off with my grandparents, and my parents were sort of skipped, maybe because they were too busy working. And then I fell in love with soap operas. But now I've actually gotten my mother into soap operas. You know what's funny is, I know I said I wasn't talking about anything else, but this is important too. Last weekend I got my hair done. And I've had the same hair guy, 17 years. Isn't that crazy? You just wake up one day and it's 17 years later. How fucking crazy is that? So that's what, and he's in Beverly Hills. So that's why I always go out to Los Angeles, and whenever I come back, you see I've got a nice new haircut, right? So I was like, it's finally time for my mom to meet my hair guy. I mean, she's never met him. So I brought her to my hair appointment this time, and she loved him. She was like, he is so lovely. Like, she thought, I'm so pleased that he's your hair guy. I see why he's your hair guy. And it's not just because he does great work, but he's a ton of fun to, be around, And we love people like that. And he loved my mom. He was like, oh my gosh, I totally see where you get your personality from. Because I'm not going to lie, I am totally my mother when it comes to at least my face. My mom looks like me, but with brown hair. I mean, really, that's pretty much the difference. And our personalities are very, very similar. And my little sister's the same way too. She looks even more like my mother. Like there is no doubt who that child's mother is. She looks exactly like my mom. But okay, anyways, I'm sorry, didn't mean to go off onto the tangent. So that would be fierce if Jennifer Garner was playing Chelsea. So, and not just that, it isn't just the whole Chelsea thing and it feels rushed and forced on us because she left the show. It feels more like, and then they had, just leading up to it, the whole scenario was just weird. Like, okay, so she set up this illegal website to get money that people were going to spend at Fenmore's. I think a judge would have a hard time finding out that that's illegal. You know what I mean? I mean, she could have, like, she could have legally registered that domain that was one letter off from Fenmore's, and then, and she was only selling Chelsea 2.0, and that was the only site. It was just the Chelsea 2.0 products, and I'm going, is Chelsea 2.0 that popular that Fenmore's lost $250,000? That seems slightly unrealistic to me. You know, I never knew that Chelsea was this big, huge fashion designer. She never once crossed over to Bold and the Beautiful, to be honest with you. I'm just saying. Although, she did have interaction with Rick and Caroline Forrester when Caroline was married to Rick. And they came out here to Genoa City. I don't think she had any interaction with Eric. That was more Lauren when Eric came over. But anyways. But yeah, so I remember because Rick and Caroline offered her a job at Forrester and she was considering it. Now, she never took one, so I'm not saying that they're the be-all and end-all of fashion, but, you know, she didn't, like, show in Paris or New York, so that whole thing is weird. And then, so Lauren and Phyllis, especially Phyllis, goes on this big rampage about, you know, I'm going to find out who's stealing money from Fenmore's. If someone is buying $250,000 worth of Chelsea clothes, then you know that they're not doing that bad. And Fenmore's you know, she did have some issues and Jack bailed her out with money once, but she could have closed some stores. She could have, you know, and I hate to say that, she could have, you know, laid people off, but that is a way that you would save money. So and you would think she would have a lot more than $250,000 like that. That just wouldn't be that much. So that's weird. Then they found the money, and so, you know, Nick knew that it was, Nick thought it was Adam. Chelsea let him think that. And then, inexplicably, Phyllis teams up with Sharon. Phyllis and Sharon fucking hate each other. Like, what are they doing? Like, first of all, neither one of them have had any negative interaction with Chelsea. It's true. I said, you know, and Sharon, I can understand if Sharon was pissed off at Chelsea, not so much because of Nick, but because of Adam. You know, Adam was married to Chelsea, and then he didn't cheat on her with, or did he cheat on her with Sharon? I know that there was a flirtation between him and Sharon. He was spending an awful lot of time with Sharon, and Chelsea was over it, and she divorced him. But that didn't work out, and so he went right back to Chelsea, you know. And then he died, and then he came back, married to Sage, and then he went right back to Chelsea again. So, which is fine. I mean, you know, Chelsea and Adam kept finding their way back to each other, but if they had played it that way, and what's funny is right before Chelsea left, Sharon and Chelsea had a really nice scene. It was very nice about Adam, but they didn't, so Phyllis and Sharon team up, which makes zero sense to me, and they find out that it was, you know, and that Victor gives the $250,000 back to Lauren and says, here's the money, just drop it. Well, I'm a little perplexed as to, because he said, don't tell anyone and just drop it. So I'm perplexed why on earth he wasn't more pissed off at Lauren because she went right and told Phyllis, and then Phyllis just was like, I know it's Chelsea, god damn it, you know, she was so pissed. But, so anyway, so Chelsea then ends up leaving town, and she leaves Christian behind, on Victoria's doorstep, which was, I don't know why that's funny to me. I have no idea. I thought that was hilarious. The doorbell rings, she opens the door, she's like, Christian, like, she's looking around and there was no one there, so this kind of, I don't know, maybe I am a sick fuck, and I thought that was hilarious. But, and I will say, Christian is adorable. He is. Now, I don't think he used to be cute. He had that mullet, and it was not cute. But his little haircut now, and he looks so adorable, and he can talk, and he can verbalize words. He's really cute. He's a cute kid. He's a really cute little kid. So, and I'm sorry, but we never saw enough of Connor to know whether he was a cute kid or not, to be honest with you, right? But we saw Christian. Christian is only like a year or two old, but he's been a plot point many times already. So, kudos to you. But, so now they're back to hating each other, which, that doesn't make any fucking sense to me at all. If you were friends, then why would you stop being friends just because you did what you needed? I mean, it was just dumb. I think that whole thing is stupid. And Phyllis Summers Newman Abbott is kind of crazy, and she has not been acting like herself. It's very frustrating. And Billy, I'm not quite sure Billy for now has kind of been on the sidelines. He's kind of been like, you know, but not behind the scenes, but more like an ear to listen to everybody's problems, right? Whether it's Phyllis and her issues, or the Abbott family drama between Jack and Ashley, or even JT and Victoria. And it's kind of weird because we don't know if Billy and JT are getting along or not. They have this weird relationship where it isn't really clear if they like each other or not, because guys bust each other's balls all the time. That doesn't mean that they don't like them, right? So I'm not quite. So this whole week was just kind of, you know, I swear to God, that kid fucking behind me has been screaming all goddamn night. Come 10 o'clock, if that child is still screaming, I'm calling the popo, and I'm telling you about it right now. Okay, so anyways, fuck. Okay, so it was just okay. Like, they did have some, like, Nick had some really decent scenes where he was talking about Chelsea leaving him, and he had some scenes with Christian. I mean, and that was like, and Victor has sort of weaseled his way back into Nick's life, as has Sharon, which, let's be real, we all knew that Sharon and Nick were going to get back together. I mean, come on. Sharon and Nick are one of those super couples, just like Vicky and Nictor. Nictor is their relationship name. Oh, God, and you know I hate that. I hate shipping. I hate it. I think it's so stupid. But, yeah, Vicky and Nick, God damn it, I can't. Nikki and Victor, and Victoria and Billy, you know, those are like super couples that don't ever get broken up. I mean, they might break up, but then they'll get back together. So, and we saw Daisy Duke, Catherine Bach, come back as Anita, Chelsea's mom, and she was like, oh, Nick, I'm so sorry. And he was like, first of all, I fucking love Nick, because Nick was like, bitch, you haven't been here the entire time we've been together. And that's so true. I was like, I'm glad somebody said something. Really? But, you know, of course, she's a grifter. She needed some cash. So she sold him the flash drive that has Christian's. She had a message to Christian. She was talking about how much she loves Nick, but that, you know, Adam is his real father, and that he's got a half-brother named Connor that's out there, and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. But, I mean, she was good. And Nick's reaction was just great, too. But, I mean, you know, What was funny was a couple of days before she was on the show, it said Anita Lawson, Catherine Bach in the final credits, and I'm going, why are they talking about Anita? And I knew Anita was coming back, and I was like, I thought that, I guess maybe they decided not to show it. That happens sometimes. And I was like, oh, nope. They showed it after, so that was kind of weird, but it was cool. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. God the Lord, this recap took forever. Sorry. Please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. And you can hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless, or you can also... Oh, God, I've got another belch coming up. Hashtag GH to talk General Hospital. Excuse me. Can you hear that? Like, they just fucking shout all night long. I'm so over it. I'm getting ready to... I've just had it lately. I really have. Anyways. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. And while you're in my YouTube channel, you can look around and find Storytime with Angel Benton, and that's my series where I just give stories about my life, and I'm in the middle of one right now that is really good. Okay, have a great night, everyone. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.